Greetings and welcome to the, well, long-awaited next chapter in the ongoing saga of the Multimedia Chronicles. Yeah, sorry for the long delay, folks. Few reasons for that. Basically, I just needed a bit of a break because I've been going like gangbusters, doing like almost a video a day for a while, and I just needed a break. And a few other reasons, which I'll get into today as we do part 1 of the DVD updates for this week, month, whatever. Alright, see you there. Blah. Yeah, that was a great intro. Welcome back. Yeah, one of the reasons I haven't done much in the way of videos is, well, as I mentioned, I just kind of needed a break. A little while ago, as you know, I was playing a lot of video games, so that was taking up all my time and stuff like that. Also, as you may recall, in the last DVD update, I got Howard the Duck, and I was talking about how I want to do an in-depth, some kind of in-depth video about Howard the Duck. So I'm probably going to do 2 parts for that, because I wanted to cover the comics and I wanted to cover the movie. So, in wanting to cover the comics, and having just recently seen the movie again, I actually dug out my old Howard the Duck comic book collection, and I've been rereading them. And it's been great. Great fun. I forgot just how brilliant this comic book really was. If all you know of Howard is the movie, then you know nothing of Howard. If you're even remotely interested in comic books, check out the original comics of Howard the Duck. But we'll talk about those when I actually do the video about it. Needless to say, the movie did no justice to the comics. In some ways it was true to the comics, but for the most part it was kind of its own beast. But we'll get into that another time. For now, we got some new DVDs over the past couple weeks, and I wanted to give you a little update. So let's get right down to it, shall we? So we'll start off with a couple that Annetta picked up. She got a classic film that she was absolutely overjoyed to find. Kitty Foyle, starring Ginger Rogers. Now, Annetta, one thing you may not know about Annetta is she's actually an antique book collector. She's really into old hardcover books, first editions preferably. And one of her favorite authors is an author by the name of Christopher Morley, who is probably most well known for a book called The Haunted Bookshop. He was a fairly, notable author from the early 20th century. And anyway, Kitty Foyle is actually based on one of his stories. Now, Christopher Morley is one of her all-time favorite classic authors, and yeah, so she was really excited to actually find a movie based on one of his works. So picked that one up. How should we get this for? I think she got it for like $3 or something at Walmart. We were shopping at Walmart again the other day. Yeah, there was some jackass left a comment on one of my videos saying that because I shop at Walmart, it, renders everything I say, not worth listening to. It's like, okay, here's why I shop at Walmart. Because I like to save money. And I get a lot of DVDs and Blu-rays there that are dirt cheap. Far cheaper than anywhere else. So yeah, I shop at Walmart. I also shop at Future Shop and HMV and Zellers and The Bay and Sears and wherever else they sell DVDs. Actually, they don't really sell DVDs at The Bay and Sears. But anyway, you get my point. Wherever they sell DVDs, that's where I go. I don't attach any stigma to one store or another. I go where the bargains are. Okay, that's it. Although, truth be known, I actually do kind of hate shopping at Walmart because I always feel like I'm being drowned in trailer trash. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can't spend too long in Walmart because I begin to get angry and annoyed with everything and just start hating the world. So I basically just go straight to the DVD section, search for some bargains, grab anything that's of interest, and then right out again. I don't like to waste any time there. So yeah. Oh, I also get blank DVDRs there because they're really cheap too. Okay, so back to the DVD updates. Little something else that Annetta picked up. I think she got this at Future Shop on sale. It was Kagney and Lacy. The first season. Does it say the first season? It does not say the first season. Volume 1. The reason it doesn't say the first season is because this is actually not the first season. This is technically the second season. The first season of Kagney and Lacy actually had a completely different cast. It did not have Sharon Gless and Tyne Daly. It had Loretta Swit and somebody else, I can't remember. But anyway, different cast. This, of course, is the Kagney and Lacy everybody remembers. So this is what they call the true beginning. So anyway, Annetta always used to watch this when she was younger, so she grabbed the set, and she's been enjoying it immensely, watching it again. She loves the old cop shows and the old buddy shows, like buddy cop shows and stuff like that. This one was pretty good, actually. It was kind of notable in being a big thing with the feminist movement of the 70s, because it was one of the first times I think it had sort of all-female leads, like really strong female lead characters in this kind of a role. So it was a big plus for feminism, just as a movement. In fact, Gloria Steinem even guest stars in one of the episodes somewhere. I don't know if it's in this if it's in this season or if it's in a later season, but yeah. Anyway, Kagney and Lacy. There you go. Good stuff. And a couple I forgot to mention before. There's always a few I forget to mention. When my mom came out to visit last month, she of course came out for my birthday, and she brought a whole bunch of stuff for us. And one of the things she got us was some DVDs that we've been talking about. Now, I haven't watched any of these yet, but I understand they're quite good. We have Death at a Funeral, which was a comedy that my mom thought I would really enjoy. She just thought it was right up my alley, kind of dark humor, which of course I really like, so I'm looking forward to that. And now this one struck me as kind of funny that she bought this for me, because she's not usually into horror movies. And one of my all-time favorite horror movie series was A Nightmare on Elm Street. A lot of people wonder, I get a lot of comments on my horror collection asking why I don't have Nightmare on Elm Street in my horror collection, like my DVD collection. Well, the reason for that is because I've already bought Nightmare on Elm Street like 3 times before on other formats, and basically just kept putting off the DVD, so now it's at the point where it's like, you know what, I'm not even bother with the DVD, I'll just get the Blu-ray when it comes out. So I have owned all 7 Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I owned, I think, the first 4 or 5 on VHS, and I owned all 7 of them on Laserdisc, and I actually still have a couple of the Laserdiscs in my collection, just because they're collector's editions that are slightly superior to the DVD editions in terms of extras and functionality and whatnot. So anyway, the reason I mention this is because this particular series of movies is by the same guy who created the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. And my mom hated the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I really liked them. She didn't like them. She couldn't see past the fact that it was about a child murderer, and that it was more, you know, and I tried to explain to her, well, it's really more about the, you know, the dream world and versus reality and sort of that whole kind of thing. And Freddy's just kind of the, you know, the gateway to that, as it were. But she couldn't really see past the child murderer aspect of the character, so she didn't really get into it, which is unfortunate, because I know my mom, and I know that she probably would have liked some of the dream sequence stuff. But this was by the same creator. I'm of course talking about the Scream trilogy. Yes, I've never actually seen any of the Scream movies. My only complaint about this set is it's actually a full screen set. However, my understanding is this was actually done in 1.85 to 1 aspect ratio anyway, so you're really not missing that much picture, but it's still kind of annoying, you know. I mean, they put out a whole bunch of these sets, trilogy sets and collector's sets like this, and they're all full screen. I don't understand, because these are new current releases, like re-releases of these movies. There's Scream, there's Final Destination, there's, I think Blade came out in one of these. A whole bunch of different ones. They're from Alliance Atlantis. What I can understand is, like, we're very much in a widescreen world now. I mean, all TVs that you could buy in a store nowadays are widescreen. You know, most television shows are made in widescreen now. Movies are widescreen. Most DVDs are widescreen. So why are they putting this out in full screen? It's like they're just perpetuating this 4:3 aspect ratio that we're trying to do away with once and for all. Anyway, regardless of that, looking forward to watching these because they sounded like a lot of fun. And my mom, who normally doesn't like horror movies, really enjoyed these because she said she particularly liked the humor in them. She said there was a lot of humor in it that made it a little better than the typical sort of slasher flicks. So really looking forward to those. I'm probably just going to sit down and have a scream fest at some point and watch all three of them back to back. So that's some pretty good stuff. And we'll just pause there. And we'll continue tomorrow with the rest of my DVD collection update. See you then. And we'll just stop there for the moment and continue tomorrow as we